For Off the Block, I'm Van Lips, and we are now joined by Springfield men's volleyball head coach Charlie Sullivan, and it's now back-to-back. The Pride were able to sweep Stevens Tech to win the NCAA championship at the Division III level. And Charlie, once again, congratulations, guys. How would you describe the way your team was able to play tonight in an impressive victory?
Yeah, I thought our guys were really focused and really played well together as a team, and we just did some really nice things. It was a really impressive performance by our guys.
Well, talking about some of the performances as a whole, you guys hit more than 300 tonight. You had, really a bunch of players contribute. Can you just talk about the depth of offense that you guys have, where it seems like, you can have, 4 or 5 guys that can just deliver big offensive numbers for you?
Yeah, and I think I talked about that before. It's hard to get all our guys involved in the match sometimes, but we wanted to really get our middles involved early. They have good middle blockers, and we wanted to tie them up in the middle and then open up the outside a little bit. And their next priority was get Sergio involved and get him kind of hot early and get his arm going and get him really dominant in the match. So we did a good job of establishing an offense and then getting Sergio going, and the other guys followed 2-2s. We started a little slow, Sean Zubik, but he picked up towards the end, and then we were firing on all cylinders, fortunately, at the end there.
Well, talking about, obviously offensively you were flying, but defensively as well, you hold, Stevens Tech to less than a 100 attack percentage, and especially in that second and third game, what do you feel you guys were able to do to really, shut down their offense and have, big wins in those 2 final games?
Yeah, that's what caused me and our staff to lose the most sleep last night. Were their arms. They have so many weapons similar to us. We knew it would be a really good volleyball game, and we were psyched to play it. We had to just take shots and take chances and hedge our bets a little bit, and we kind of got lucky a couple of times, and we got some stops and turned those into points for us. And I think just slowing them down was something that they hadn't experienced before, and we were just kind of all over them at a good time. So it was very helpful.
Yeah. Now I have to ask you, the Division III NCAA championship has now, this is, I believe, the 7th year you guys have won all but 2. Back at the beginning of this decade, would you have imagined that this was possible, that you had the program to make have this type of run, almost UCLA-esque in the 1970s?
I can't say I had the vision of what these last 7 years would be like. I know at the time when the Division III National Championship sponsored by the NCAA started that we were a little bit upset we would have to leave the IGA. We really enjoyed playing a Division I conference schedule, and we thought that was really challenging and a good thing about our program. And I think at that time I was just worried about leaving that conference and what our competition would be like and kind of how our program would grow. But I've been pleasantly surprised. The NCAA tournament has been really a big circle on our calendars, and we've gotten some good players in the program in the recruiting process to help contribute to playing well in that tournament. And overall we've just been really happy to be able to compete, and I think we've done well, which has helped, and it's been a good 7 years.
Now looking at this year's team, obviously they'll be remembered for the national championship, but beyond that, just kind of some of the intangibles that they were able to bring. What's some of those things that you'll remember this year's team most for?
Well, I think we had 3 guys in the all-tournament team that didn't get All-American recognition. One because he didn't qualify for percentage of sets played. So I think that the biggest thing, Vinny, is that our second team was pretty good too. And we had Billy D contribute really well. He didn't start tonight. We had Ricardo Padilla. He was hurt and didn't play much, and he played a little last night. He started tonight and played to Billy. We can go into our second team, and I think if we put our second team out there, we can compete pretty well in Division III. So I think the intangible thing, or the thing about this team that's special, is that we were really, really well-rounded and really deep, and I think that helped us be prepared for a night like this, because we had some good competition in the gym. We were always striving to get better and pushing each other to get better. So it was a really great roster.
All right, and final question, I'll let you go on this. Do you think that you're going to throw out the pitch again at Fenway Park? And what type of pitcher are we expecting this year?
Yeah, one strike. I think I better just cut it there. I don't know if I can go 2 for 2. So Yeah, we're looking forward to get back to campus and celebrating this with our community. And we've had a lot of support from home, and we're just really happy. We're really grateful and happy. So.